Stephen, you've said previously you don't sleep very well after night games. Did you sleep quite well after that one?
We haven't had much sleep, as you can probably tell. It was a late arrival home, close to 2 in the morning, and it's quite an early start today. So we haven't had much sleep, but there's plenty of time this afternoon to catch up, and it's not in a coffee you won't sort out, so there's nothing to worry about.
Plenty to be satisfied as well of what you did. I mean, we knew the Rangers had never won in Spain, but that's as good a result as they've had in Europe for a very, very long time, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think the players deserve the credit for that. You know, they're the ones that went out and showed a lot of character, a lot of guts. And, you know, it's quite easy away from home in Europe in big games to fold when you can see the goals so early. But I think it actually motivated me players even more. I think the only thing we can improve on, which we spoke about at half time, is just having a bit more belief in the final third, and really having trust in each other that we can go and hurt these teams. Yeah, on paper they're a stronger team than us, bigger budget, they've spent more than us, they've got more well-known players around Europe than us. I get all that, but it's a game of football and we've got good players, so it's time this team started believing in themselves.
You said before the game that you felt you could get out of the group. Has that belief been enhanced by what you saw last night?
No, because I had belief before. I don't want to sing and dance about it, but you know, when the draw was made, it was a fantastic group, really good challenges in it for us. But I always felt at this stage we'd be in a good place and we'd be a team, and the players would know exactly what we want from them. And I think we're growing nicely. We're in a good place. Last night was a fantastic result. We still need to improve certain things within the performance, certainly defensively. I thought we were sloppy, not just for the goals, but on a couple of other occasions. You know, at the death we could have went on and won the game, but at the same time we could have lost it. So there's a lot to learn from it. But in terms of the results, the players deserve a hell of a lot of credit, and I'm so pleased for the supporters. The support we had out there was fantastic again.
You know, last night you were out without Alfredo, without Ryan Jack, Nicola dropped to the bench. Do you feel really comfortable with the squad you've got, that you're happy to make those changes? You can rotate?
I'm very comfortable with the squad. I'm comfortable with the size of it. You know, we brought a lot of new people into the squad, and we knew it was going to take time, and we still need to keep growing and moving forward, and all keep trying to improve individually and collectively. But I think it shows that we're in a much better place now. You know, to lose Alfredo and Flanagan, who have been tremendous, amazing for us since day one, but for people to come in and fill their boots and do a very good job, that gives me you know, a lot of belief in the squad.
Does it give you a bit of a headache as well when you see the likes of Kyle and Joe Worrell coming in and putting in those types of performances?
I'm not sure whether headache's the right way to think about it. It certainly gives me a lot of big decisions to make, but I'd rather be in that situation as a manager where you've got 2 players fighting for each position, sometimes 3 players for each position in some cases. I'd much rather have that situation than be sitting here thinking, oh, I've got a lot of injuries or the squad's not strong enough. You know, we'll continue to try and improve, to keep growing and getting stronger as we go along, but up to now, I'm so happy with the players.
How important is it to carry that good feeling from last night's game into Sunday?
Well, Sunday, in my eyes, is more important than Villarreal. I made it clear to the players when we came back after the international break, after the setback against Celtic, the league games are the priority. Obviously, Villarreal was a very important game, but for me, the league's the priority.
Obviously the team struggled at home. These were possibly the types of games that they dropped points in last season. You've had a great home record since you took over. Do you feel that, you know, it is starting to change, that Ibrox is starting to become a bit of a fortress again?
That's what we're trying to achieve. That's not going to happen in 2-3 months. That'll take a long time, but we have to keep doing the right things. We have to show our style, and you know, we're better when we're on the front foot, we're better when we're aggressive, when we play with intensity. A lot of teams at Ibrox have struggled when we've gone through the gears and really showed our best. I thought second half last night was our strongest performance, considering the opposition, the stage, the setbacks. I thought we were terrific for 45 minutes. If we can carry that into St Johnstone, I'm really looking forward to the performance, but the players have to go and deliver it.
You said after the game last Sunday against Dundee that the players need to be more ruthless, and you rightly mentioned last night's second half. Do you feel you still have to see a full 90 minutes of your team at full pelt? Have you seen that yet? Do you think yet? No.
No, I'd love to see it though. I think it'd be
interesting. Do you think it's close?
I think it'll be a good watch, and the players are capable of doing it. It's just down to focus and concentration, and part of the job description here when I was sitting down with the board, the two words that kept coming out were ruthless and relentless, and that's what I want my players to be like, and that's probably the reason why I was slightly harsh on them after the game. I don't want to settle for periods of the game where we're good. I want to really go for teams. If we get the opportunity and we smell blood, I want to go for teams.
Is one of the obstacles to that up to now perhaps the fact that apart from the international break, you have been 3 games a week, midweek, weekend, and you've not maybe had the time on the training ground that you would have liked since you came in?
Maybe if you look into it with that much detail, it could be down to that. It could be down to big players picking up injuries at bad times, not really being able to get a settled team, a settled 11. Lack of minutes on the training pitch certainly be a factor. But for me, it's down to the players mentally. If we have the right mentality going into these games and we do get off to a good start like Dundee, it's very important you stay on the gas. Football at this level can be ruthless. Maybe Dundee didn't have it in them to get back into the game, but some teams, if we decide to come off the gas, we might pay the price for it. That's the reason why I want it to be always on the gas as much as possible.
What do you then make of St Johnstone, and would they, with respect to Dundee, perhaps be a step up then from what you faced last
Well,
week?
if you look at the league, you could say that. But what I would say about Neil McCann is he tried to play football and they had some really good moments within the game. I think he's a fantastic coach, and I think Dundee are in a false position considering how well they've played. I watched them at St Mirren at the beginning of the season. They should have won. They were very good against St Johnstone when we watched them. They could have easily come out on top in that game. But St Johnstone doing okay. They're doing good. They've got a good manager. They've got a lot of energy in the team. They have a lot of midfield runners. They've got a really good focal point in Watt as the number 9. Obviously wears a different number, but you know what I mean. So the threat will certainly be there against St Johnstone. If we're not at it, or we think we can turn up in 2nd, 3rd gear, we could face some problems.
You brought Graham Johns on last night after being out in the cold. How big a player can he be coming back now to full fitness?
Well, when he is at full fitness, he'll be one of our most experienced, one of our most talented, and one of our better players. I've got no doubt about that. He's played at a very high level all his career. He's got international experience. He's followed the team everywhere since day one. Every away game, Graham's been there. He's been in the dressing room. He's been helping in a different way. I want him to continue that leadership, and we're going to try and accelerate his match fitness as quick as we can. It's difficult because there's no friendly games. We're not in pre-season anymore. Every game's important now. But what you can do is you know he can go into any game and any situation and deliver. The run he went on last night when he come on, having been out for so long, was a special bit of play, and that's what we're going to need from Graham. But he gives me options in all the midfield positions. He can play anywhere in midfield, which is quite nice to have as a manager.
And just a word on Glenn's contribution last night as well.
What contribution?
Made a huge impression last night.
He's doing great. He's doing really well. He's hungry, which is what I like. He wants to learn. He knows he's got to continue to learn different parts of his game. He's blessed with incredible speed. He's very direct. If I was a fullback, I wouldn't want to play against him. If he can learn different side of the game, the other side, out of possession, where he needs to be tactically, which he is doing, and he's doing a very good job at it. But if he becomes an expert out of position and where he needs to be on the pitch at any given time, he's going to be a wonderful player.
Glenn, could you ever have imagined at the end of last season that just a few months later you'd be coming on against Villarreal and making a contribution like that?
No, not at all really. It's been quite special for me. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm also very grateful for the opportunities that I'm getting.
What do you think's changed over the summer, because you were obviously out the first team picture when you came in from January? What do you feel has changed over the summer for yourself?
Not a lot really. I've just carried on doing what I was doing last season, and luckily I've been given the opportunity just to sort of go and show what I can do.
What have you made of your own performances? I remember you said a few weeks ago that you felt that whenever you came on you were capable of creating a chance for your teammates. Do you feel that you have done that in the games that you've played?
I'd like to think so, yeah. I'm always going to go full pelt sort of when I get on, because that's what I need to do to show that I'm capable to be trusted in different situations, and it's just about sort of taking that chance whenever you do get it.